Hey, my name's Mike Wallace. I'm 33 years old, work in a contact centre, married, just a regular guy. Last year I had a life-changing experience and I want to share a bit of that experience with you today. I was diagnosed with testicular cancer in December. Came from nowhere. Last year I had a great year. I was fit, I was well, I was healthy. Had a holiday with my wife, weekend away in Rome with my family. Got a new kitchen, did really well at work. Everything was on the up. It was a perfect year, apart from when I started to notice a swelling in my right testicle. It came around back in November. I thought I'd just leave it for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and see if it would sort of go away. It didn't. So the best thing I thought, get it checked out, be safe. Never thought cancer for a million years, if I'm honest. GP said it was a little bit out of his depth, really. Something wasn't right, it was irregular. He thought I was very wise for actually going to get it checked out. He actually referred me to a specialist. The specialist took one look, had a little bit of a bit of a feel, examined me, and straight away said, this is not looking good. It looks like there's a good chance this could be cancer. There's only one thing we can really do about this, and is to examine the tumour. And to do that, he had to remove my testicle, which was a pretty freaky conversation, a bit of a weird one. But the next day, I got on the operating table. I was on the operating table and went through the operation. Even after the operation, I still never thought cancer. I thought there'd be some sort of treatment, some sort of medicine, something that would actually get rid of it. In the meantime, though, I did have a CT scan, and this was just to check if I did have cancer, if it had spread into any other parts of my body. And that was one of the most daunting things, and probably the biggest eye opener. Now, thankfully, I got the results back, and it hadn't spread into any of my body, but it was cancer. So the key thing here, guys, is because I caught this early and I went in and checked out. Yes, I had cancer, but just like that, it had gone because I got it caught early, because I went and got it checked out. It was a weird experience, and it's something that I'll never forget. But recently, I've read an article about a young lad who also went through a similar experience. Sadly, his story didn't have an happy ending. This young lad was 16. He also found a lump, but didn't do anything about it for 8 months. Now, at anybody's age, whether you're 33, 43, or in this case 16, it's a really daunting thing. I'm sure it'll be scary for some, and I'm sure it'll be maybe it's a bit embarrassing. But you know what, you should always go and get it checked out. This young lad, after 8 months, did exactly that. But by that point, the cancer had spread, and it had spread into the rest of his body. And sadly, 2 weeks after diagnosis, he sadly passed away. I would like to think that my story and his can help influence other men out there, you guys watching this, to actually examine yourself and to not ignore any irregularities and go and get it checked out. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I've come up with a little tagline, hashtag, whatever you want to call it, just to try and get people thinking and remembering this. Never, never, always. Never assume it ain't going to happen to you. Never ignore any irregularities, and always go and get it checked out. Here's what I mean by that. So never assume it won't happen to you. I thought, even right the way through this process, it wasn't cancer. I'm too healthy, I'm fit, I've got a good diet. Apart from the odd few beers of the weekend, I'm in good nick. Truth of the matter was, I did have cancer, and it came from nowhere. As I say, 2,300 men last year were actually diagnosed with testicular cancer. What's even more bizarre, now I've looked into it, it's more common with men aged between 16 and 49, which is something that I never thought of. So I actually tick both them boxes because I'm 6'4". So never assume it won't happen to you. It could. Never ignore any irregularities. So I asked my doctor, what's irregular? It's different for everybody. What my doctor said, you need to check. So I've now self-examined. I've used my finger and my thumb, and I've just self-examined around my testicle, around the pipes at the back. And you're looking for any lumps or bumps. It'll take 30 seconds. Well, for me it'll take 30 seconds, probably twice as long for you guys. But yeah, it doesn't take long at all. Just check out yourself every 3 months. Check yourself out. Best time to do it after a hot bath or a warm shower. If you find any irregularities, if anything that's not right, anything you're concerned about, always get it checked out. Never, never, always. Never assume it won't happen to you. Never ignore any irregularities, and always go and get it checked out. Now the thing is, if you do get it checked out, there's a good chance it's not going to be cancer. In fact, it will be some sort of cyst or some sort of infection. With normal medication, it'll sort it out, it'll go. If it is cancer, if it's caught early, 96% of men who are diagnosed will actually make a full recovery and become cancer free and go on to lead healthy lives, long lives, and that's where I hope I end up. I hope this message gets to as many people as possible. I mean, some people might think that I've got balls for coming up and talking around this, but you know what, you'd be wrong, but that don't matter. I'm living a healthy life, nothing's changed. In fact, I could say my life's even better now because I'm living life to the max. Appreciate every day more and more. Please share this message, get out there, share it with your friends and family verbally or social media and Twitter, whatever. It'd be worth it if just one person is influenced by this and potentially goes and gets checked out, doesn't have to go through long strains of treatment or even saves their lives. Remember, never assume it won't happen to you. Never ignore any irregularities and always get it checked out. Never, never, always. Thanks for listening.